just wanted to take a couple of moments out and talk about some of the things that are happening around New Zealand. And I guess in modern day terms, this isn't an opinion, it's what I think is now known as a blog. But animal welfare. It's very interesting that Ministry of Primary Industries have come out with yet another lot of rules and regulations, this time about bobby calves, and they will be implemented as of the beginning of this spring. Summarise it very briefly, it's all about looking after the bobby calf. They've got to be transported in a proper and comfortable way. They've got to be 4 days old before they are transported. They must be fed and housed during that time. They can't be thrown up onto the back of a truck. They must have loading and unloading things. And it sort of quietly goes on and on and on and on, which is great. It is really, really good. My point, though, seriously, is that the national media, or is it the national media, or is it just a very few people who are winding the national media up? We get footage, don't we, of rats climbing all over pigs that are in crates, and it's really, really disgusting footage. We had footage which basically showed calves being kicked and mistreated, and of course it went viral. That's another new term for us old guys to get around. It went viral as everybody was clamouring on and saying, tut, 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 this is really, really seriously bad. Points are, SPCA, MPI, move real fast, and they wave big, big sticks whenever there's anything going wrong. Starving animals, you watch how quick they move. When somebody says there's a house with a couple of calves outside, or there's a horse there, or there's a dog there that is starving, watch how quick the authorities will move. Now the other thing that's just come out recently, and yes, I am kicking the national media. It came out that there's now a move by the animal welfare supporters saying that those poor little baby calves are ripped away from their mothers the minute they're born, and ripped away, leaving the mother and the child terribly, terribly stressed. Now, a couple of things. A, it's always happened. B, that calf goes into a nice warm shed, gets fed at least twice a day, is pampered and is looked after very, very well. So that's the first point. The second point is that these people who are jumping up and down about the calves being ripped away from their mothers and the traumatic mental problems that will prove, also the same people who say, tut, 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 farmers, how can you leave baby lambs out in the weather where it's cold and sometimes it rains and those poor little things get wet? Hey, listen, seriously, animal welfare, whatever you like to call yourselves, actually take a long, hard look at what really is happening and what the government's putting in place. Let's talk about velveting. I mean, that's been around for a long, long, long time in New Zealand as an industry. And as soon as MPI realised that it was starting to happen, what do? They went in and they said, you can't do your velveting yourself, you've got to have the total anaesthetics, you've got to do the whole thing, and it's got to be done by a vet or somebody who is totally qualified to be able to do it. Believe me, there are a lot of animals that get pampered a hell of a lot better than the conditions that some human beings are living in. I just thought I'd have a wee chat to you about that.